Welcome back to the Ultimate Trader Workshop. In this video, we're going to be staying in line with that new series that you see growing, area of interest. We're going to be dealing with one of our patterns that seems to be popping up pretty frequently. That's going to be the Advanced Bat pattern. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. This allows us to be a little bit more repetitive so that we can help you guys train your reticular and understand getting better at advanced pattern recognition. I wanted to take a different angle and start at a different point before I get going. And that's letting you know that what's so good about this is catching an advanced pattern, not inside of consolidation, but catching an advanced pattern while we're already inside of trend, where we can get involved in the line of least resistance. These are your best case scenarios. So, should have asked that you guys hit the like button as soon as we got started. If you haven't so far, hit the like button. Continue to help us grow the most amazing trading academy on YouTube. Okay, and if you want to know more about the advanced bat pattern, we do have this class in the Harmonic Trading Academy playlist under Module 5. So you can pretty much see it. We've covered this several times. We're going to go over the rules of engagement. We're going to talk about the probability. We're going to talk about the CTS, the combined technical score, and we're going to talk about entry, of course. So, rules of engagement. You guys have been seeing us do a whole lot of bat patterns. But identifying this impulse right here, okay? Remember, working on that reticular. Identifying that impulse, swing low to swing high. And remember, off top, what you're interested in, what you're asking yourself is, how far did that retrace? Okay, I'm just trying to help you guys with different ways to identify, help you start working on that reticular. Being curious enough to want to know, how far was that retracement? Okay, the bat pattern requires a 50% retracement, okay? Must touch the 50, okay? Meaning at a minimum, that retracement must be 50. If it's not, you don't have a bat pattern. The filter on it is must touch the 50% retracement of X to A, the impulse, but cannot touch the 618. It cannot touch the 618 because that invalidates it as bat and puts it into Gartley territory, which is a completely different pattern with a completely different set of the rules of engagement. So this is good with the 50% B that didn't touch the 618. Since I don't need the 618, I'm going to take it off. Before I do that, notice because I already know what I'm looking at, notice that when I brought on our Fibonacci retracement, I brought on the 50, I brought on the 618, and I brought on the 886. I typically only bring on the fib retracements that I need. I don't have fibs all over the place. Notice how clean this is, okay? So knowing that I don't need 618, I'm going to take that off. But I'm leaving 886 because that's our D leg completion. Our C is good. C just must be a 382 or 38%. This is way up here like 78 or 88%. We know that's good. And this area is actually ideal for bat. One pushing up around 886 is actually ideal. Anything pushing through 618 on the C is really good. So impulse, X to A leg, this is a valid B at 50. C is good up here at like 88%. And then D leg completion down here. All right. So in essence, this bat pattern actually did fail, okay? Right after that, we will go right into the rules of engagement to gauge the probability or see if it's a good enough trade to even consider, okay? And we would go right into our CTS scoring, combined technical score. Is it oversold, okay? The answer is no, not oversold on RSI. Is there bullish divergence? No, there's no bullish divergence. But this is only for the trading time frame, which is a day, which means we're going to have to jump forward and back to see if we can find that somewhere. I got a feeling I'm probably going to find it on the 4-hour chart. So let's just jump back one time frame to the 4-hour chart. And there you have it. So on the 4-hour chart, even though we're going to use the day chart as our trading time frame, you can see there were several instances, an automatic print, right? An automatic print of it right here, that TradingView did. And then you could pretty much carry that forward. So you won't be able to get points for divergence on the daily time frame, but you do get to give yourself points for oversold with bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. So we at least want to lock that in somewhere. Okay, we already know that there's no reason to go look at the week. There's no reason. It's not going to be there. So you got lower time frame confirmation. You don't have higher time frame confirmation. Everything else is good to go. I'm going to slap his body on here, and then we'll talk about entries, stops, and targets. Okay, so that's a filled bat. Pretty good. We would have liked to see that area of interest tested a lot more. Okay, so this could have also went into my hidden setup series, but we'll keep it an area of interest, kind of both. But let's talk about the entry. Filled is one thing, but the trader would have had to have patience. Okay, I'm going to move this up because what we have is our requirements that we like to use for entry, which is the 3-bar reversal. So we're combining a bat pattern, a bullish bat pattern with 3-bar reversal, bearish engulfing candle followed by doji. The low wick on the doji is what actually came down and filled the pattern. Okay, all right, and then trigger an entry candle closing beyond it. So a successful clean 3-bar reversal, and then you still get some bullish action pushing up. At this time, yeah, so price filled way down there at 102, but since the fill of this pattern a couple of days ago, price action for Robinhood is at $115.57. So that handles the entry. Stops and targets would be pretty easy on this. I don't know if I talk about this too often anymore, but stops, I used to consider stops under the X. That's the way, and I've even taught this in the bat pattern class. Stops below X, or using ATR-based stops, or using maybe like a 113 inversion. We teach all of those things in the stops and target class. But I will be transparent and say, since incorporating the 3-bar reversal, that is now my stop. When I got a 3-bar reversal, the low, whether it's the low of the engulfing candle or the doji, becomes a stop. That's going to protect from having to even go down to such a drawdown into the $94 range. And it allows us to go ahead and say, if you come down here beyond the doji, you have invalidated our setup, and we're okay with that. What this does is it allows for very, very high risk versus reward, and you're not going through all of that unnecessary stuff. You come down there below that doji, which was a decision point, and the decision was already made and confirmed that there was enough conviction to start pushing that up. If you come back beyond that, we're okay. Other than that, we're going to look and start trying to make our way to target. Targets on advanced patterns like Gartley and Bat are retracement levels that start from the A to D leg, okay? We could go old school, and because we do targeting a lot differently now too, I'll say it. We could go old school, and we could say, we'll start seeing what's going to happen when we get to the 382. Now, when I say that, I don't mean pulling money back. I mean pyramiding, adding more. I didn't mean as soon as you get to the 382, add some more. Break and close beyond it. Allow a retest to see if that that level of structure is going to be created. Stack on. Do the same thing. Not when you get to the 618, but when you break and close beyond the 618. And then structure should be created there. Again, so you got your initial at the 3-bar reversal. Of course, this is a little after the fact, but still wanted to do the video. Your initial position, your second position after the 382, your third position after the 618, and your fourth position once you break and close above A. Okay? That's part of it. Last but not least, remember, this would be a long-term investment, getting back on track using this bat pattern to get involved in all of this action. So, using the X to A leg, okay, and running the Fibonacci extension off of that, using the 127 extension off of that. And that's where your final target would be, okay? For a long-term investment, that would look like this. Let's say you were able to get a chance to do something like this again. Remember, this is not meant to be construed as a trade signal or trade advice. Don't go run to your chart and go buy Robinhood because I said that there's a bullish bat pattern that's already activated. Trade at your own discretion. As always, consult with a financial advisor of your choice before putting your capital at risk in these very volatile markets. But this is what this would look like, okay? And I missed the entry too. I got to be transparent. If I would have saw that, and it would a beautiful opportunity. Risk versus reward, 7-1. You guys see, you really can only get this kind of stuff with advanced pattern recognition, strong patterns like BAT, or at least Cipher. All right. So what a beauty that is. But again, we wanted to take the time, help you guys start focusing on those key areas, help you guys with training your reticular, identifying your advanced patterns, getting better with the rules of engagement, getting better with your confirmational entries. I promise you, if you guys can get this down, nothing in this world can stop you. And you see, it's not complicated at all. So again, we do have, of course, probably the best training on the advanced bat pattern, in my opinion, on the internet. You can find that over in the Harmonic Trading Academy playlist under Module 5 where the advanced patterns are. Everything, I think the 3-bar reversal that I talked about for confirmation, that might be in I think that's Module 4, I believe, when you start doing advanced trades like that. We have class on the combined technical score when you start hearing me talk about RSI Oversold, scoring it, giving it points, higher time frame confirmation, lower time frame confirmation. Guys, if you can get this down, just what you see here, if you can get this down, you can help put an end to the 99% failure rate in the trading community. So, that being said, that's all we got on this one. Hopefully it helps someone. Hopefully it provides some value to the community. Share this video with a trader that you know that it could help. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified. Well, of course, who does this? Who does this? Where are you going to go see this at? Okay, even if you wanted to consider it a trade signal. All right, so that's all we got on this one. You guys be good. Take care of yourself in the market, and I'll see you on the next video.